Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making.
Hey guys,
Copy
what's
and
up
paste.
and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolu Tife, but of course you can call me Tife. Today I want to tell you guys how expensive it is to have a car in Finland. So I got that question several times from people, and I just thought, yeah, actually it's important for you guys to know. I've made some very, not nice mistakes, and yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to make this kind of mistake. So I'm here to just tell you guys that chill before you buy a car. Think about it. I'm mostly talking about youth. Adults can afford anything, like duh. But I'm mostly talking about we that we are young. Is this what you want to use your money for? And you might be wondering why I have this, because I have a lot of points and I do not want to miss anything out. Because if somebody had told me before I got a car, I would be so grateful. I will be so grateful because now I'm in a lot of pickle, bad situations because I didn't know about this, and I wouldn't want anybody to go through this. So I'm just going to tell you guys how it is, what the issue was, and everything. So yeah, having said all that, let's get straight into the video. So the first one is understand your dealer. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, when I wanted to buy a car, the dealer spoke Finnish, mostly Finnish, and I spoke English, but in my mind I'm like, Chebi is just to buy a car, no worries, but we'll do translation over the phone and all those kind of stuff. And that's what I did. So it led to a lot of issues. One issue was that the finance I used, the interest rate was too much, so I didn't even think to confirm. The guy just said this is good finance. I'm like, yeah, cool, this is good finance, let's go there. So it's important, one, to understand your dealer. If the dealer doesn't speak your language, you will find other dealers that speak your language. It's not that deep, all right? So be sure to understand your dealer so you can ask as much questions as you want to ask. That's the first one. The second thing I spoke about finance is the finance. The finance, if at all you're not buying your car, they're not, how would I say it? If at all you're not paying in full the moment you're buying the car and you are going to be using the finance, check out the financing company and check out the rate of interest. Guys, that was a mistake I made because I just thought that they were going to give me the best deal, and I just trusted the dealer. No, he doesn't even care. He's just going to give you what he see, or the people that is giving him the best deal. So be sure to check out the finance. Ask, what finance are you recommending? Check it out, confirm what's the interest rate, how much am I going to pay per month, can I afford this, is this okay for me? Be sure to check it. I didn't, but you can, because now you know about it. That sounds like an advert. I didn't, but you can. Okay, so the next thing you're supposed to check, or that is super duper important to check, is the mileage. When the mileage is like the amount of kilometer or distance, which is in kilometer, that the car has gone through in its lifetime. If the mileage is above, like, was it 200,000, don't do it. Because now I have a car that the mileage is almost 3,000 and nobody wants to buy it from me because it's considered overused, for lack of word, right? So it's considered overused. So be sure that the mileage is not so much so that when next you want to maybe sell it or offer it to somebody, that's not an excuse for them not buying it from you. Okay, so now you know those. The very seriously, if you want me to kneel down for you, I'm gonna do it. The very important thing to do is to check if the car truly passed Kasastus. Kasastus is like this yearly car check that is done in most European countries apparently, but in Finland it's called Kasastus. So you have to be sure to check it, because when you're about to buy a car, you can get to check it by paying a really small amount. But I just thought, it's not going to lie to me anyways. I was calmed, alright? So this car, he said it has passed Kasastus, but the amount of issues that this car had, it couldn't have passed Kasastus. So if it was lying, if I had checked it, then I would be sure that, okay, yeah, this is not true. This car didn't pass Kasastus. Be sure to check it out yourself. It's better safe than sorry. I'm sorry. You can be safe. If that make any sense to you. But yeah, another very important thing is to check is the tank size. I did. So when it comes to buying petrol, I was a little bit, yeah, I did. And the bigger the tank, the more petrol the car consumes. So it's important to buy a car that is like 1.0, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, just like that, but not 2 point or 3 point. You, my girl, my guy, are gonna be buying petrol like you own the petrol station. Okay, so just be sure that your tank size is not too big. So having said rather all the things that you have to check and be sure. I might have not said everything finished. If you have any point or whatever, put it down in the comment section. Please let people know about this. It's super important. I made a mistake and I do not want anybody to make this same mistake. For like a long time, I would say I really regretted doing this, but I do not want you to regret it. So it's important for you to check all these things, okay? So after that, there are some things to consider. These are like, how will I say it? They are important, they are necessary, but just consider it if you want to still go into buying a car. So insurance, you are gonna pay insurance, and it's good because then if you have an accident or a collision, your car is covered or the other person's car is covered. There are different ranges of insurance which correlates with the price. So check out the insurance. Be sure that okay, monthly I can afford to pay say 100 euros per month aside from petrol. Okay, another thing is you're gonna pay for tax. All right, and be sure that any tax you can choose to pay yearly or monthly. So per year, I don't know how much, depending on the car and depending on how it pollutes the air, the CO2 emission. That one is the tax people to calculate for you, not me gonna tell you. So you're gonna pay insurance monthly or yearly. You're gonna pay tax and tickets. That one. I was their partner. That one is like immediately they see my car, time for tickets. Guys, just park your car in the right place and know that just park your car in the right place and just know that okay, if I want to have car in Helsinki or in Finland or maybe in UK, in London, in UK, just this capital city where parking spaces are tight, just know that you're going to spend half of your time looking for parking spaces. And if you decide that, oh, I didn't see parking space, let me just park here, you are getting a ticket. Like, I can't count how many tickets I've gotten. Wow, those people have taken my money. Well, anyways, a lot of tickets, or at least you're going to be looking for parking spaces. Imagine you have car, you can't really take it somewhere because of parking space. You have to first think that, oh, is there parking space? Do I have to pay? All those things put into consideration. Do you want to go through those stresses or those kind of stress to have a car? All right. So I remember one time I had to go to center real quick, and I parked my car in the parking space, in the parking lot in Helsinki city center. 8 minutes, 16 euros. Are you guys funny? Like just those kind of things. And several times I just get tickets because I parked wrong or whatever. Do you want to go through this? Consider that very carefully, very strongly. Another thing is the petrol price. Petrol is getting expensive or at least fluctuating. I mean, if you have a car, of course you buy petrol, but don't think you just buy a car and that's it. Petrol price. So these are the things to consider. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But if I remember, I'm going to put it in the description box or on the screen or whatever. I'm just going to let you know if I remember anything. And if you are here watching me, hello, and you have a car and you think I didn't mention something, please put it down below. Let people know. When you are like older, all these things is like, no issue. It's just 200, just 300, just 500 euros. Fine. All right, but for me right now in my life, like, nah, it's not just, it's a big deal. Oh yeah, another thing you should consider in cold countries like Finland, say Sweden, Ireland, whatever, UK, we have winter tire and summer tire. You have to exchange it. When it's time for winter, you have to change it. My car was bad because I didn't change it. I even totally forgot. So all these kind of things, it has to be in your head. I can't keep up with those things. But if you think you can keep up with those things, be sure that okay, yeah, I can keep up with this now. I'm ready to buy a car. So it's not be like nobody told you, because nobody told me and I have an excuse, but you do not have any excuse. Okay, that's it for today. And if you think this video was helpful for you, give this video a thumbs up and be sure to comment. Just comment down below if you think it was helpful, if you have a point, if you think I missed something out, and be sure to subscribe. Like seriously, if you're here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, okay? And join the community. We are growing. Let's keep growing. All right, so subscribe to this channel and I would see you in my next video. Bye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.